Araldo Energy. Today is the 5th of April 2018. Reflect majority. Whenever you find yourself on the side of the majority, it's time to pause and reflect. By Mark Twain. I love this one. I really like to go into the challenge to the status quo and reflecting whenever I do the things that everybody else does. I think is very powerful. How was my day yesterday? I had a few interesting experiences yesterday, one of which was that I went to visual thinking meetup, and I later wanted to share thoughts that I had because I really during the meeting I don't want to explain too much here because I recorded over an hour of footage reflecting on my experience, but I'll try to get the short version, which is that I went home from that meeting earlier because I figured something more important. That was really something where I was surprised because I expected myself to have like a really great time there and find it very meaningful. Instead, I found that I find some other things way more meaningful. And it doesn't mean that I don't like visual thinking, but it's really more the big picture. So when on my ride home, I was really into this connected with the bigger picture kind of spirit, and that's also and that also had some some ramifications. When I came home, I tried to also share this kind of spirit and my change desires with Corinna, but I triggered her, and instead, then later I wanted to share it with Elena, but at the same time, I noticed that it was really late, so I decided I'll go tap into my new habit, one of my new habits, by the standard of my hero definition. And so I recorded a video and I shared it with her, and it was very extensive and even so long that it was too long for my mobile recording device, so it split it into two files. Anyway, long story cut short, I had a really nice spirit high. I had some great thoughts when it comes to how to implement the storytelling component for CoLegend, because it is something that is very dear to me, and I didn't want to just use anything. I really wanted to choose something very particular and where I really feel that it is both very purposeful and at the same time it is also really something that's enjoyable. And I managed to have a few ideas in that direction that I want to now try. Something else that I did, I upgraded my weights for my weightlifting training, and that is cool because I thought that I packed too much on just to see where the boundary is. I just tried it and I realized that it's actually not too much at all. So it is good the way it is right now. And I also then later on in the evening, because of I really did all of my evening routine things. I had used this taking a shower as a hook to then do the other things, a journal, and then after journaling, instead of drifting into sleepland, I pulled off another one-nighter session, and I have mixed feelings when it comes to this. And on the one hand, I don't want to deprive myself of the sleep. I find this very important, and at the same time, I was again super productive, managed to get a lot done, and also I think it is because of when I inspect what is going on my side. I think that it's also then that when I'm not in peace in terms of harmony people-wise, in this case relationship-wise, or how I interact with Corinna here in this apartment, then I tend to be more prone to do these one-nighter sessions. This is something that I want to take a look at very closely. So what am I? Oh yeah, and then I uploaded these 3 videos. If you want to hear more about my storytelling thoughts and about what I about my sharings, then just let me know, and I will share these with you as well. What is my focus for today? What will I be focusing on? I have a couple of things actually. One is just some bureaucratic stuff for the local Berlin management here. The second one is some improvements for the app that I want to tackle today. The third one is continuing on my vision, and I added a new to do a two new step for my for continuing. If you're curious, ask me. Then the last but not least, I wrote down active personal development community, which for me means that I want to onboard a new person. And today in the evening, I have a walk and talk with someone who is very interested, and I will see how that goes. That's it from my side. I wish you a legendary day. As always, if you have some feedback, I'd love to hear it, and see you soon.